her audio's connecting. Morena, Heather.
Oh, morena, Jacinthia. Kei te pehe
Morena.
koe.
Ai, ka nui te pai. Engari, we're in lockdown at the moment, but kei te pai, kei te pai. Yeah. Yeah. I can stay in my slippers now.
Yes, don't stand up.
You see, I'm dressed from here there.
I like your background, Megan.
Ah, yes, good story. It's the Gisborne Airport. And so it's called Manaia. I looked it all up. So it represents the spine of and the mana of the people in Gisborne. Yeah. So they've just had a new building and they've put it on 3 panels on the ceiling. Yeah.
Wow.
Really amazing. And that was the one of the Thursdays when I wasn't here. And I thought, oh, I better take a picture. So I took a picture of it. Yeah, it's stunning.
Yeah. Great backdrop.
Yeah, but interesting, it's called Manaia.
It is.
And I always think of Onarahi Manaia.
Yeah.
I've climbed that mountain. I've climbed up to the top of that. Manaia.
Oh.
Manaia. Yeah, nice and steep, but good. It's a good view from the top.
I've done it once.
All right. Oh,
I'm not sure if I'll do it again. You never know. Got to keep fit though.
Yeah, it was worth it at the top though. It really was.
Oh, my godson threw himself off the edge.
Oh.
I didn't even know. We didn't even know he was going to do that. I was up there with his mother and his stepfather and a couple of other of his cousins, and we all went up, not knowing in his backpack. He only had a small backpack on. Not knowing that when we got up there, he was going to throw himself off.
Oh.
I don't mean by suicide. He's a paraglider.
Oh, right. I was beginning to wonder where that story was going. I'm pleased he decided he was doing a paraglide.
Yes. Oh, it was fab. And he recorded it all on one of those, head cameras. And
oh, yeah.
But we didn't even know that he was going to do that. He just geared up and we went, are you kidding? No.
Nice.
And he did. And we watched him. We could see him going all the way out. And he landed in a paddock, I don't know, probably about 5 kilometers away or something. It was a long way away. He was only kind of this big, really. And then he rang us and he said, oh, can you come and pick me up?
Nice.
Oh, sure. Maybe in a couple of hours. Morena, Kim.
All right, she's coming.
Yes. Morena, Kim.
You're not father.
It's hard to know how many are coming.
No, it's not really lockdown.
Yeah, I thought, well, maybe now that it's lockdown, people don't have to rush off to services and,
It's not the Whangarei people. The Whangarei people
of course.
Too. And same with Tairua. So they're not so tied up.
Oh, so Tairua is at, east of Pokeno.
Yeah, well, it's really west. Bishop's email sort of, well, no, it's west really, east-west. But yeah, no, Tairua and Tuakoa and Waikato. Yeah. So it was nice of them to actually word the announcement that way, because normally they forget about the south, and they were probably only thinking the north anyway, for most of it. They forget about the south.
Yes.
And our blurred lines.
Oh.
We've still got sanitizer left, and I think Roger's running off the contact tracing sheets, so we're organised.
Oh, good. Yep. Yes, wait for the whatever's said tomorrow or Saturday, isn't it? We don't really know.
Are you still having a Sunday service, Heather?
Yes, probably. It's not a busy time of the year, and because people can't travel, there'll only be 15, 20 of us.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. And I've got to keep remembering that you're level 2. You're level 2.
Yeah.
We're level 3. Yeah. So
So
it's
have you
different
stopped your services
circumstances.
up there?
Yeah, we won't be having a service this Sunday.
Right.
So, and it's hard because we also have 2 other congregations that use our church, but because we're responsible for the property, health and safety, that we have to close them down also. So, yeah, it's not easy to do that. Well,
we've had practice. We've got systems now.
yes, that's right. That's right. So, well, me tīmata tātou. Others might wander in when they can. So this is the first of 3 Waiata sessions. 3 Waiata sessions. But let's start with with prayer. This is the liturgy out of the Eucharistic liturgies, actually, but this is the Good Shepherd. Ko te karaiti te he parapai, e mōhio ana e atawhai ana I ngā hipi katoa o ia kāhui. I roto ia te karaiti, ka hore he tangata whenua, ka hore he tauiwi, ka hore anō hoki he tau ārai. And together, I roto
I te karaiti, ka tungi ia te rawa kore, ka huruai,
I te hunga kawe mōhio.
mōhio,
Ka tuiria
turia,
hunga ngākau āpaku. Kroria ki te atua o te tika o te aroha. Nau e toha ngā mahi māmākau. I ruma kina ai mātou ki te mamaitanga. Puea ake ana ki ngā hua o te āranga. Pupu ake I a koe te mana atawhai. Kia ai tā mātou atawhai I ētahi atu. Kia mau ai te rongo ki te hunga katoa. I manawa pā ana I tau nei ao āmini. Sorry, I should have waited for you to catch up on that last slide. But that's the Good Shepherd, he parapai in our liturgy. I thought it was appropriate given that what's happening around us at the moment. Now, Heather and Kim, do you know this song, this Waiata?
No.
Are you familiar with it at all?
No, not at
O
all.
mai piki mai I ngā iwi e. Okay, this was a song written by Sir Kingi Ihaka.
Oh.
It's performed, it's a northern song, or it's seen as a northern song, I should say, but it's performed right throughout Aotearoa. It's commonly used at any gathering. So it's not just a marae, it's a gathering wherever people come. And so an example would be at the Anglican Missions Board, their missions conference that they held in 2016, 16. And there was some 2,000 people at that conference in King's College at Otahuhu. And when everyone walked on, there was at least 1,200 that walked on, and there was, the rest of us were sort of tangata whenua, as it were, with all the bishops. Every single bishop throughout the whole of the province was there, including a couple of international ones. We sang this song. So it doesn't have to be a big gathering like that, because we sing it also in our whare karakia. even a single person or a person on their own might like to sing it unaccompanied by themselves after a whai kōrero. It's appropriate for any opening song, of any opening for your service, if you're having a special occasion for your service. And the idea is to just, instead of, you know, like, hey, when you stand up in a service and you go, oh, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our service this morning. It's lovely to see you, and we look forward to spending more time with you. It's all of that wrapped up in this one song. And so before you even speak, it would be nice to sing this song. So I'll go through it. You might know the tune, maybe. I do have my ukulele. And because I'm an alto singer or a tenor singer, I have a tendency to sing low. So I'll sing it at the octave that I'm accustomed to. But Heather, if you're a soprano singer.
No, alto.
Okay. Kim, are you a soprano?
Lower bass now. Used to be a voice soprano at one time. But.
Oh, wow. Well, yes. So usually when I'm squealing, I know that that's about the note for sopranos, you know, but I am a natural alto. No, my piki, my ngā iwi e, ngā reo ngā mana, tēnā rā koutou katoa. Ano te pai me te ahureka, Akaro tahi o te katoa, no mai piki mai e ngā iwi e, ngā reo ngā mana, tēnā rā koutou katoa. Is that a catchy tune?
Yeah, I've never heard it before.
I haven't heard it before either.
You haven't heard it before? It's lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely one, but yeah.
It is, and it's got some actions that go with it, which I'll show you in a moment. No, actually, I'll show you now. Let me show you now. Written, of course, by Sir Kingi Ihaka, would have been in the 70s. He wrote this. It was a piece that that his group, the Anglican Māori Club, performed at Matatini.
Yeah. That's going back. Oh.
It is. It is. And so it's really held its mana, this particular waiata, because it's still being sung throughout Aotearoa today. And so Kingi has a son who still lives. He's the only one left now that still lived. His brother died last year. So his son is Tom Ihaka. I'm not sure if you know him. He's the maintenance guy at St. John's College in Meadowbank. So I've got a clip of Tom singing this song. Oh, hang on. Hang on. You can't hear it, eh?
You gotta go out and click the box.
Sorry, you can't hear it.
I didn't realize he was related.
Yes.
He's a good fellow.
Just a sec, bear with me, sorry. So I need to click the box, don't I? So let's come back to sharing. Share, click the box. Here we go. Yeah. My mouse is playing up. Okay. Just when you wanted to play. Okay. Right. Let's try it this time.
Tēnā iruia, kata hikaru a kato, nau mai piki mai e ngā iwi e. Ngā reo ngā mana, tēnā ra koutou katoa. Ano te pai me te ahuareka. Akarotahi o te kato. Nau mai piki mai e ngā iwi e. Ngā reo ngā mana, tēnā ra koutou katoa. Tēnā ra koutou katoa. Au e he.
Easy.
Fabulous.
You can easily do that, eh?
Yep. It makes a difference with the actions, doesn't it? Because it becomes part of you. Yeah, that was fabulous.
So if you haven't met Kingi Ihaka's son, the only living one left, Tom Ihaka, he's a lovely gentleman, and he's still currently working at St John's College as the maintenance man there. He would be one of the most important people, I guess, really, of the Anglican Māori Club. David Tapine Kim, who you met at the Collaborative Hui, is also a relative of Sir Kingi Ihaka, and that whole Ihaka family, whānau, they had this wonderful gift of music. Choir music, guitar music, kapahaka, you name it, at some level they're involved. And so the Anglican Māori Club, they meet, they're still going, and I go along when I can. They still practice on a Thursday evening at Holy Sepulchre at Kaiwa Pass. And if you're ever in Auckland and you want to go along and just join in with them, go along and just say, Cynthia sent me, and you'll be welcome. And just to observe and watch them and listen to them sing, their repertoire is beautiful. But this is their signature waiata that they use at all gatherings. No mai piki mai, welcome, come on up here. You know, piki is to sort of pick up. Welcome up here, e ngā iwi e, everybody, all people. Ngā reo ngā mana, representatives and leaders. Ngā reo can also mean, the action he uses is this, he's got his arm out here, and ngā reo can mean the voice. Reo is your voice. It doesn't only mean language. It means your voice. So the voices and the mana from all the leaders greet you all. That's a, you know, another deeper meaning of ngā reo ngā mana. All our voices, all our leaders, all the esteemed here, standing before you, greet you. Greet you all. Tēnā rā koutou katoa. Anō te pai me te āhua reka. This is lovely. So it's got words there, but I'll just break it down a little bit. Anō te pai, yeah, it's good again. It's good. Some people are coming back. It's not the first time for everybody. Some people are returning. They've been away for a long time. and they're returning. So ano usually in some instances will mean again, not particularly in this case, but it can do. Ano te pai, it's really good again. Me te āhua. Āhua is about your presence, your inner what you're about, where you're going, your thoughts. Āhua. So when you refer to somebody, and you'll hear Māori use this often, I use it quite a lot, you talk about the āhua of a person. You know whether the person is good or whether the person is bad. You would still use the word āhua, but you would accompany it with a descriptive word. So, oh, pai ana te āhua, you know, really good, good. What do you call that? You know, people see you, they sense your demeanor. Reka is sweet. And so, yeah, you know, it's really good to welcome your sweetness or pleasantness. Wakaro tahi o te katoa, for all of us to think for all. Tahi meaning one, for all of us. And then back to no mai, piki mai. So it's a really simple welcoming song for people who are arriving. Doesn't matter where you are, whether it's in your whare karakia or whether it's in your conference, your meeting, your collaborative hui or something like that. It's very appropriate to sing it. And I sing it if I'm not with anybody. And you don't have to be with anybody. You can do it on your own.
Cynthia, is it okay just to get the first 4 lines out?
So do you have any? Yeah.
Does Kim want to? What was Kim's
my piki?
Jacinta, you're freezing up on my screen. I'm not sure what you're doing.
Try. I'm freezing up, am I?
Yeah, your picture has. And Kim asked a question. Were you able to hear that one?
Yes, Kim asked if we could do the first 4 lines.
All right. Okay.
No, is it enough just to do the first 4 lines?
Can you?
If I can get those under my belt, is that enough, or do I have to do all 6?
Should be all right, shouldn't it?
You know, small bites here.
The thing is that the people you're with may carry it on.
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
Yeah. Just and you'll get Māori that will be wondering why it wasn't finished.
Yeah,
So,
I understand. Yeah.
That would be a risk, but most certainly, you could take it to tēnā rā koutou katoa, and to make sure that people know that you're finishing, you need to do that last line twice.
Okay. Yeah.
And then they'll know.
Right. Yeah.
So, no mai piki mai. Go.
Na mai piki mai.
E ngā iwi
E nā iwi e.
ngā reo ngā mana.
Ngā reo ngā mana.
Tēnā rā koutou katoa.
Tēnā rā koutou katoa.
Lovely. See, and your pronunciation is good too, so people will know, they'll be able to hear what you're saying. So that's really good. No mai, no mai, piki mai. Just say it for me.
No mai,
piki mai. E nā iwi e. Ngā reo na mana, te na rakauto katoa.
Lovely. Okay. Cool. So let's do it again together, eh? Those 4 lines. Toru pa. No, mai piki mai e ngai na reo na mana tēnā rā koutou katoa. How does that feel? You want to have a go each?
No.
It feels good. It's the next 2 lines that I haven't got the tune for.
Yes.
That's the hard bit.
Ano te pai me te ahureka. Whakarotahi o te katoa. Yeah, so it starts to escalate there.
Yes.
But the 2 lines sound almost identical for the first, certainly the second line is identical to the top one for the first few.
Yes.
Ano te pai me te ahureka. Actually, no, I'm putting something flash in there, sorry. Ahureka whakarotahi o te katoa. So that o te katoa is one note all the way through, a bit high. Hang on, out with our trusty alto. Sorry, I keep wanting to go up. No, my piki, my ngai wiye. Ano te pai me te ahureka. Whakarotahi o te katoa. Now, did that help? Ano te pai me te ahureka. Whakarotahi o te katoa. No, yeah.
Can you
It's a
do the
catchy
ano
tune,
te
isn't it?
pa again? Just that ano te pa me te atua reka again. The 2 lines.
Me or Heather?
No, Cynthia.
Ano te pai me te ahureka. Whakarotahi o te katoa.
Right, just go.
And then of course it's natural progression, it's natural musical progression takes you back to no mind. But back to your question earlier, Kim, about ending on tēnā rā koutou katoa on those 4, absolutely, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, if you've got Māori in the group, they might carry on without you.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. We'll pick it up again. Yeah.
In which case, so, you know, I mean, you don't want them singing your song. You need to be able to sing your song. But if it's in your own context, in your own church, where there's, you know, where you know that people probably aren't going to be familiar with it, then you can probably go through with it. So, Ano te pai me te ahureka whakarotai o te kato no mai piki mai e ngā iwi ngā reo ngā mana te Does it feel, it's a catchy tune, isn't it? Does it feel okay?
I like it.
Yeah, it's lovely. You'll be able to reflect back on this. This whole recording will be available to you, and you'll see Tom Ihaka, of course, performing it. We'll go through the actions in a minute. But if you're feeling comfortable about the tune, I mean, that's obviously half of it. And then you've got to remember the words. That's the other 25% of it, and then there's the actions. Well, that's another 100% of worry. So we've got, you know, $175 worth of stuff percent to learn here. But the tune, once you get the tune, then it's the words. I would go in that order first. If you learn the tune, learn the words, then you won't need the tune and the words in front of you when you're learning the actions. And the actions are easy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Get the words and the tune down packed. So
we've got a Māori service at the end of the month on the 31st, so I hope I can sing it to them.
Lovely.
Good.
Because they don't, I've never heard them sing it.
Oh.
Oh, good to teach them.
Yeah. And you'll be able to tell them who wrote it and that you've seen his son performing it. You don't have to do the actions. If you can just get the words,
do the actions,
tune and words down packed.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to do those actions that Tom was doing. Any questions around this? And shall we have a go at do we want to sing it again?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I go toru wha, that means 3, 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Toru wha.
Now my piki mai e nai iwi ngā reo ngā mana te ngā koutou katoa. Ano te pai nei e Afrika whakarotai o te kotoa nā mai piki mai e nai ngā ro ngā mana e ngā koutou. Last line again. Lovely. Well done. Well done. He nara koutou. So it's got a rhythm to it. Da, 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 da. I think that's a 3/4. Have we got musicians here?
Yeah, 3-4 times. Yeah.
There you go. 3-4 times. Tick. And so it's got this really, you know, when we're performing, it's got a lot of that sort of beautiful movement. 3/4 is my favorite, compared to 4/4. So I'll just go through it, the action. So the first part of it, so your hands are down in front of you, and they're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3.
You're freezing on
Am I
us.
freezing up yet?
Yep.
I'll bring myself down so you can. Okay, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Am I okay
I
now?
can't see you though, no.
No.
You're not moving.
Okay. Okay, just give it a minute. It's probably it'll be my internet or my wireless, my Wi-Fi. Any better?
No.
Still nothing?
No.
No.
Might have to play Tom again.
Oh, that's
Play Tom.
It'll
If
come
we play
back.
Tom, we can do his action.
Yeah, we'll try him, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, let me play Tom.
Then we don't have the words, of course. Hold on.
Pena iria, kata hikaru a kato, nau mai piki mai, e ngā iwi e. Ngā reo ngā mana, tēnā rā koutou katoa. Ano te pai me te ahuareka, akarotahi mo te kato. Nau mai piki mai e ngā iwi e. Ngā reo ngā mana, tēnā rā koutou katoa. Tēnā rā koutou katoa, au e he.
What do you reckon?
I've put the words in the chat if anyone wants to see the words. While we're watching Tom. If you go to chat, you'll see the words.
Oh. And feel free to stand up and watch his actions and repeat after him.
Yeah.
Tēnā iria, kata hikaru a kato, nau mai piki mai, e ngā iwi e. Ngā reo ngā mana, tēnā rā koutou katoa. Ano te pai me te ahuareka, akarotahi mo te kato. Nau mai piki mai, e ngā iwi e. Ngā reo ngā mana, tēnā rā koutou katoa. Tēnā rā koutou katoa, au e he.
Cynthia, it was out of sync. It's very difficult.
Without a.
It was out of sync. The video and the sound were out of sync, so it was hard to follow. Yeah.
And then we have the
Yes,
we have the
yes,
mirror
I'm
image.
sorry.
That's right. We coped. It was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see me okay now? Can you see me okay now?
No, I can't see you, and your voice was all very shaky.
No, I'm still waiting in.
Yeah, it's frozen.
You're frozen. You're not having a good day.
Am I any better now?
No.
You're not there. Your name is
No.
there.
I'll come back in.
Yeah,
Come
go
back
out.
in.
Right.
I'll come back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, technology. Yes, our whole internet's out as well. Somebody went through the main cable in at Karaka.
Oh.
So I'm on 4G at the moment, but yeah, wiped out the whole of Waiuku area, and that's since what day is it now? It was gone yesterday. Tuesday, since late Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, so not good for this when the kids are home from school as well. Everybody wants to use it.
Yeah. And I just got it signed in saying my internet's, I don't know, it's disrupted. So could be something going on up here too.
Yeah, I got a message saying I was unstable.
Unstable, yeah, probably.
That's normal up in Kaitokerau.
Right, yeah, everything's unstable. Oh, you're good at the moment, Cynthia?
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's take advantage of this.
Yes.
So
do the actions.
So the actions, just to break it down for you. Tom has got his hands down in front of him. Right, they're down in front of him, but away from the body. Yes, and so he's going, no, my, piki, my, and then you go straight out in front of you. E, nga, iwi, e. That's twice out in front of you. Nga, reo, so the hand is by the mouth and the other one is facing straight out. Starting with your left hand straight out, and the other one is round your mouth. So it's kind of like you're throwing out your voice in that direction.
Okay, no.
Nga, reo, and then you change. Nga, mana, change to your right hand out. Yeah. And then you drop this left hand onto your hip. And the right hand comes down and you acknowledge, like you're pointing at them. Tēnā koutou katoa. So you're acknowledging all the people in the room 3 times. Tēnā koutou katoa. So it goes, no. So from the beginning, he's up here. You hear him saying, ka tahi kārua, you don't need to do that. Just go straight in. So it's no, my, piki, my. So that's 4 times. And then straight out twice. E, nga, iwi, e. So when your hands come in, they're touching the chest. Yeah, elbows up, Kim, elbows up, elbows up. That's it. So twice it goes, e, nga, iwi, e. And then left hand out, nga, reo, nga, mana, tēnā koutou katoa.
Left hand.
So we'll stick with those 4 lines rather than going into those other 2 lines, because that's a whole lot of new actions, and we can come back to that another time, perhaps. From the top, so it'll be, if you're on your own, you would just bring everyone to attention, which is I-A-M-A-U. Kia mau means stand at attention, and hands come up to the hips. Kia mau. Almost kamo.
Almost kamo.
But it's kamo. K-I-A-M-A-U. Kia mau, and people bring their hands up to their hips. And then someone needs to lead it. You go, no, my piki, my toru, ba. No, my piki, my e, nga, iwi, e. Nga, reo, nga, ma, Is that helpful? Was I freezing up?
Yeah, I think it's better done in person.
It's a shame. But keep looking at Tom's video because they're the same. Don't worry about what he does at the beginning. So he goes kata, hi, rua, katoru. Don't worry about that because if you're using it in your context, you won't have to use that. That's in a kapahaka group, what he's doing. So you would just start on your hips, as I said, and then no mai piki mai. You pick it up from there.
Okay.
No mai piki mai e ngā iwi e ngā ngā mana tēnā tēnā koutou katoa auehi. And that deals with those 4 lines, Kim, that you were referring to. You can do it with just those 4 lines.
Yeah,
and it's
sure.
To learn just those 4 lines. And then we'll pick up that Anō Te Pai later on. Because it's lovely, the Anō Te Pai. It's a bridge, as you get the music that you can find. And it's a nice bridge. And so Kingi Ihaka had a flair for that. In his compositions, he takes you to a whole new level of singing. You may have heard it with David Tapane during the collaborative hui. His ability to honour that bridging in this beautiful. They learn singing in what's called tonic sulphur. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that sound or with that particular form of learning to sing these hymns of Sir Kingi Ihaka. Tonic sulphur deals with do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Those are the notes rather than A, B, C, D, E, F. It's do, re, mi, fa. So when we get a piece of music, we get do, re, mi, fa, all these. And we get used to it, and it's a beautiful sound when it's 4 or 5 part harmony, as all music is. So no mai piki mai when it's sung in a group is just beautiful. Oh no, I couldn't find a video of the group singing it, but we do sing it quite a lot around the place. Bishop Kittle will get up and perform it. And I think Bishop Ross has grown in confidence enough to actually stand up perhaps and join us now. But that tune is probably your biggie.
Yeah.
The tune, the words, of course. Let me go back to it, which is here. And do that. Yeah, I'm sorry about the freezing up. So if you sing it for me again, please. Toru wha.
Na mai piki mai e ngā iwi e ngā ro ngā mana tēnā rākou katoa Anō te pame e aureka Whakarotai o te katoa Ngā mai piki mai e ngā iwi Ngā ro ngā mana tēnā rākou katoa tēnā rākou katoa.
Beautiful. See, Kim, you've already got those 2 lines. You've already got those 2 lines. So, that's great.
That's really great. If you can learn it with those 2 lines, I think it's a lovely bridge, and then you come back to that no mai. So it really finishes on quite a sort of, you know, with grandeur. It's really pumped out because it is the welcome song. And it feels neat too to sing it when you welcome people. It's just got a lovely beat because it's that 3/4, so you get a really good swing. And when you're with Tom, he is moving, so we also do what's called a takahi, and a takahi is when the foot lifts off the ground.
Yeah, I saw Fran doing that a lot at the collaborative conference.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a natural thing for us, and when we're wearing a piu-piu, a traditional piu-piu, and you're doing that swinging, the piu-piu flies.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's all about movement. It's the same with the hand. You'll see us do this. Everything moves. Nothing is stagnant. So when we're doing ngā reo, you know, we're saying that what's coming from our voice, we yell out to you, we exclaim to you, and it comes out through our fingers to the people.
Right.
We're always moving. Everything is moving, and the whole body moves. No, my. So if you're just doing your chairs, just the lifting of your right foot, it's always the right foot. It's never the left. Always, including haka.
Always the right foot. Oh, okay.
Yeah, when men do the haka, when the All Blacks do the haka on their big games, you'll always see it's their right foot. It's called a takahi. 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 Takahi in some can be detrimental, can be used in a detrimental way. It's to trample. The trample. Its literal meaning. And so sometimes when people are disrespectful to you or they treat you badly, what they do is they takahi on you, trample on you. And so in the haka, of course, you know, it's used as a challenge. You come over here and I'll trample on you. It's kind of that sort of analogy, if you like. With women, it's used as a more of a swing because the piu-piu then flies. Bang, bang. Beautiful. And when we turn, lovely. One of the greatest feelings for women to have their poise flying and their piu-pius flying. Everything's moving. No part of the body is still. The mouth is going, the eyes are going. You know, if you watch a matitini or something like that, everything's moving. So we're all in the moment of that song, including this one. Did you have any curious questions about it?
So just going back to the right foot, what's behind that?
Oh, that's a good question, and I can't actually answer it without to be perfectly honest.
Right.
You know, I don't know why it's always been the right foot, but it has forever. It's never been anything else. So I guess probably because it's never been anything else, no one bothers to ask. Is it because the right side is considered stronger? Possibly.
Just a question about the haka. Is that used only on certain occasions, or is it a generalized song and dance?
You could use it in any situation, but it would depend on what the context is. And so because we have different haka for different things.
Yeah, I understood that, yeah.
Whiwhiri, whiwhiri on a marae or something like that, you'll often get Māoris doing "O ia mai te waka, ki te urunga te waka, ki te moenga te waka." So acknowledging all the waka.
Okay, right, yeah.
From everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's called a haka. Haka pōwhiri. So it's a haka but it's used in a pōwhiri, and it's for both men and women to do. Whereas kamate has always been that's a war challenge.
Yeah, understood that.
And so you see women go behind the men.
Yeah.
In that, they perform it and they look fierce from the back, but actually it's the men you have to get past first. So, yeah, depending on what the context is, I hear kamate quite a lot at tangi also, when they're challenging. They use it when the coffin is brought out of the marae or brought onto the marae. Either way. And what it is, it's a challenge for don't anyone get in the way of my passage to where I'm going, if I could put it that way. Because, you know, we return to a place.
Okay, interesting.
If we were to use theology, it would be heaven. But there's definitely a returning place, somewhere where Māori go. And so it's a challenge. Don't anybody get in my way. You'll have to fight me to stop this person, this rangatira, who we're now sending on the. So that's why they use the haka sometimes. Usually younger schools, boys' schools usually do it. Preparing the way for that dead person in passage. Which is quite, you know, I mean, it's lovely. It's a whole study on its own.
Yes, there's a book out just released, I think, on the haka, but I haven't got it. Yeah.
What's it called?
I think it's just the history of the haka, or history and meaning of the haka. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I heard a review on it the other day. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, gosh, yeah, those things are definitely worth reading. Anne Salmon wrote some very good books around you know, some of our cultural practices around tangihanga. She's written some really good stuff around tangihanga, telling it from a very broad, let's say, a very broad concept. Whereas if you were doing a wānanga or a little, you know, gathering, collaborative gathering like you did last week, then you'd have a more intimate and dig down deeper around some of those protocols. But
so why didn't we use Nā Mai Piki Mai last week, Jacinthia, as the opening of the collaborative conference?
Who's welcoming who though?
Well, that's right. That's what I understand. Yeah.
And because it's a joint site.
Yeah. So would that not?
Yeah, it's our place anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're all
Auckland for the diocese to welcome Māori or Māori to welcome the diocese at that place. So this would be an inappropriate time, really, I suppose. Oh, I've said it's universal, but there's still context.
Yes. But if we were hosting it, it would be different rather than being collaborative.
Or if you had someone coming,
just
a speaker or group of people that were coming in to join you through the collaborative hui, then it would have been appropriate for both of you to sing this song.
Oh, okay, right.
To welcome that person into your kaupapa, into your wānanga, into your kōrero.
Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah.
So it's definitely a host thing.
It's a hosted song to welcome guests. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, be mindful that you're not welcome. I mean, I know in your whare karakia people are coming all the time. I realise that, and they're not actually manuhiri. But in this particular case, I believe that it would be okay to use this song as an opening song into a special occasion. Even though the people have been there before, you're acknowledging them as representatives and leaders of the church.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Or contradicting what I've just said before.
Yeah, no, that's all right. You're allowed to do that.
Yeah, it'd be okay to use But certainly that was a good question around, you know, the collaborative hui. And that's the reason why you wouldn't use it.
Right.
Welcoming Māori to their hui when that's their place too.
Mm.
And they were co-hosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you can learn this one, check out Tom, and you'll see that he's moving because he's lifting his right leg, and it's all in 1, 2, you know, it's
3, 4.
my, that's when the foot is, and it's all the way through, and the beat doesn't change, it's all the way through. And you'll see him moving. If you can get that down. Then the hands have to move. Then you have to sing. It's a real musical, isn't it?
Yeah, song and dance act, yeah.
And of course, once you know the words and the actions, you'll be able to do it anytime.
Well, the way that you have described the actions, it makes sense then, that, you know, the actions fit the words. Makes good sense.
Yes. And, you know, putting your hand out, you know, there's 2 times. So it's no mai piki mai 4 times across here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then e ngā iwi e, you're reaching out and then coming into your chest. Right, so for everybody. So you're actually acknowledging them out there coming.
Okay.
And then you know that one, ngā reo, ngā mana, and then tēnā ra koutou katoa. It's almost like a handshake.
Yeah, it's like a handshake.
To all of them, yeah, and move right across the body so that you're welcoming everybody. Not just this group over here, or that group over there. You're actually acknowledging everybody in the room. Yeah, so I hope that's been really helpful. I know it's only one, and just very, very quickly though, I want to, you may have heard this one, but next week I'll introduce you to this one here. This is a lovely one, which is a group one. You know how we've done E Toru Ngā Mea? E Toru Ngā Mea, and it's an echo. Echo, 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 echo. This is the same. It's an echo, but it's a welcome.
I sang one similar at the course last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little slightly different order. Yeah.
Well, can you sing me your tune first, very quickly?
Tēnā koutou, koutou katoa, kua tai mai nei I tēnei rā. Ki ora rā e hoa mai, tēnā koutou, koutou katoa.
It's slightly different, and that's perfect. You can do that. It's whatever words you are familiar with, but it's more about the tune.
Yeah. And
yes, so this was one of the I guess original words for this song, and you know, Māori, they flash it up and they change it around, and that's fine. But that's the tune. Are you familiar with the tune, Kim?
Yes. Okay.
And Heather?
Yeah. It's from another tune, isn't it?
Yes, I knew that tune.
Yeah.
It's from another tune, is it? It's a Pākehā tune.
Yeah, I haven't put my finger on what it's from yet, but I know it's from something I knew the tune.
Yeah, I probably learned it when I was a kid.
So yeah, this is that contemporary song. So okay, we don't need to go too much into that next week then if you know it, but that's the tune. But we'll go over it, and that's a contemporary way of doing it as well, which is also very nice. You know, contemporary and traditional, they are side by side, particularly in the 21st century. And no, the other one I haven't got on there.
This time.
Yeah, and then there's another one by Kingi Haka, which is normally used after a speaker. So you know how we did no mai piki mai, that you're welcome before anybody speaks, and then you have all your speakers, and your you might even have up to your In karakia, I would use the next one that we're doing probably as a gradual hymn, maybe. Can be used as a gradual hymn. Depends on how comfortable you feel. But that one's called Toro Mai. But that's for another day. Thank you for joining me.
Okay.
Us.
Yeah.
Tātou katoa, kotahitanga. And I hope you find this helpful. Hope it's been helpful for you. So let's say the, can you remember the grace in Māori?
Yep. Where to go?
So let's say the grace together. Kia tau,
Kia tau katoa. Te aroha o te atua. Te aroha o te atua. Nā tangitanga te wairua tatu.
Oh, kia ora, kia ora. Ka kite anō,
Ka kite anō.
wiki, stay safe, stay home, and stay well.
Thanks to Cynthia.
Okay. Kia ora.
Ia reo te harera.